Good day, ma'am. My name is Lovie Jil Santillan from BHM3B. So, I'm going to report the Chapter 16, the title of Formalities of Entry in and Exit from the Philippines. We have here the learning objectives. First, identify various government requirements for foreigners to enter the Philippines. Second, explain the importance of a valid passport when traveling. Third, enumerate the privilege of Filipinos covered by the Balikbayan program. And lastly, discuss the dual citizenship law. The entry and admissions of foreigners into the Philippines are matters of privilege because every foreign state has absolute and exclusive power of government in its own territory. Although entitled to all the rights and privilege of a friendly guest, they cannot claim the right to enjoy privilege which by their natures belong exclusively to the host. Admission requirements, Section 10, non-immigrants must present for admissions into the Philippines an expired passport or official documents in the natures of passport issued by the government of the countries to which they owe allegiance or other travel documents showing their origins and identity as prescribed by regulations and valid passport visas granted by diplomatic or consular officers. So non-immigrants must present an expired passport and a valid visas prior to the admissions in the Philippines. So the Philippine Immigrations Act provides 7 visa categories for non-immigrants: temporary visitor, transient, seaman, treaty trader or treaty investor, foreign government officials, and student and pre-arranged employment. An alien is allowed only one immigration's visa category at any given time. So, admissions of aliens under prearranged employment. So, an applications for a prearranged employment visa must prove the following jurisdictional facts to the Board of Commissioners. A. The natures of the labor or service for which the visa is desired. And then, no person can be found in the Philippines who is willing and competent to perform such labor or service. And then the length of time of employment. And then the wages of compensations to be received. And then the reason why no other person in the Philippines can be engaged for such labor or service. Certified copies of the contract of employment. The reason why the admissions of applicant into the Philippines shall be beneficial to the public interest, and then proof of his valid entry and admissions in the Philippines. Admissions under the Balikbayan program. A Balikbayan shall mean a Filipino citizen who has been continuously out of the Philippines for a period of at least 1 year, a Filipino overseas worker, or a formal Filipino citizen and his family who had been naturalized in foreign country and comes or returns to the Philippines. Those bearing foreign passport with the Philippine immigration's policy on Indians. So, temporary visitor kay they apply for a visa from their country of origins or from their place of legal or permanent residence. Those who have been previously issued a temporary visitor visa may apply for a visa from any Philippine embassy or consulate in a third country if they have not been subsequently denied a visitor's visa, blacklisted, or deported from the Philippines. Lifting immigration restrictions on South Africans. On October 8, 1993, the UN General Assembly lifted all the economic sanctions imposed against South Africa in the areas of trade, investment, finance, travel, and transportations, and then passport requirements is defined as an official document of identity and nationality issued to a person intended to travel or sojourn in the foreign countries. It is the property of the government of the issuing authority. It is not a private property of the person to whom it has been issued. There are 3 types of passport: diplomatic passport, official passport, and regular passport. Fantasy passport or camouflage passport. They are usually issued by a private individual or organizations, usually purporting to be from fictitious or invented country, fantasyland or authority, a country that once existed but no longer exists, or a self-appointed political group. Visa requirement is a written endorsement made on a travel document or passport by a consular official denoting that the visa application has been properly examined and that the bearer is permitted to proceed to the country of his destination. Treaty trader or treaty investor. A treaty trader is a foreigner who is entering the Philippines solely to carry on substantial trade or the commerce between the Philippines and the country of which he is a national pursuant to an existing treaty of commerce and navigations. Subic Special Investor Visa under Republic Act 7227. Foreign nationals not categorized as restricted as determined by the Department of Foreign Affairs visiting the Subic Preferred Zone for business and or tourism purposes may be allowed to enter all ports of entry of the period of the zone and stay therein without a visa for a maximum period of 14 days. Cagayan Economic Zone and Freeport Visa under Republic Act 7922. Any foreign investor who established a business enterprise within the zone and who maintains a capital investment of not less than $1,050 shall be granted along with his or her spouse, dependents, and unmarried children below 21 years of age, a permanent resident status within the zone. And then we have here the extensions of stay. In the case of non-immigrant visa holders whose stay in the Philippines will exceed 59 days, the consular officer shall advise them that they should secure extensions of stay and register with the Bureau of Immigrations and pay the necessary immigration fees. Exclusions of foreigners. Section 29. The following classes of aliens shall be excluded from entry into the Philippines: idiots or sane person and persons who have been insane. Person afflicted with a loathsome or dangerous and contagious disease as epilepsy. Person who have been convicted of a crime involving moral turpitudes. Prostitute or procurers or person coming for any immoral purpose. Person likely to become public charge. Paupers, vagrants, and beggars. Deportations of a foreigner. The following aliens shall be arrested upon the warrant of Commissioners of Immigrations or of any other officer designated by him for the purpose and deported upon the warrant of the Commissioners of Immigrants after determinations by the Board of Commissioners of the existence of the grounds for deportation as charged against the alien. Any alien who enters the Philippines after the effective date of this act by means of false and misleading statements or without inspections and admissions by the immigrations. And then any alien who enters the Philippines after the effective date of this act who was not lawfully admissible at the time of entry. Detention of foreign travelers. Section 25. For the purpose of determining whether aliens arriving in the Philippines belong to any of the classes excluded by the immigration's laws, the examining immigration officers may order such aliens detained on board the vessel bringing them or in such other places as the officers may designate. Exit requirements. Section 22. Any alien about to depart of the Philippines, temporarily or for permanent residence abroad, shall before leaving the country apply to the Commissioners of Immigrations for a clearance certificate. Republic Act Number 9225 Dual Citizenship Law. Under this law, natural-born citizen of the Philippines who became citizen of another country shall be deemed not to have lost their Philippine citizenship. Consequently, they must file a petition under oath to the Commissioner of Immigrations for the issuance of an identification certificate. Former national-born citizen living abroad may file the petitions to the nearest Philippine Foreign Post. A copy of the birth certificate authenticated by the National Statistics Office is required to be submitted as proof of being a natural-born citizen of the Philippines. So that's all for my report in Chapter 16, ma'am. Thank you.